Bir Tikendrajit International Airport expansion near completion as MP Dr. Bimola Koijam inspects ongoing developments amid aim at international standards. Aggressive protest erupts amid President's rule in Kukijo-dominated district as council calls indefinite shutdown. "27 security personnel injured in violent clash along Imphal-Kangpokpi route, while Manipur police dismiss claims of escorting protesters." And over 1,000 killed in the two-day during intense clashes between Syrian security forces and Assad loyalites. Hello, you're watching IS English News. I'm Jay Xiao, giving you the news in detail. The expansion and upgrade of Bir Tikendrajit International Airport are in full swing, with ongoing developments aimed at elevating the airport to international standards. The construction work is being closely monitored by local leadership, including MP Dr. Bimola Koijam, who conducted an on-site inspection today. The improvements include the installation of electric vehicle charging stations and the development of an integrated terminal building, enhancing the passenger experience. The airport is also set to receive a state-of-the-art air traffic control ATC tower and an expanded apron, which will facilitate smoother operations. The ongoing construction is also focused on ensuring the airport and can accommodate larger aircraft, with longer taxiways being built to manage increasing traffic. The Bir Tikendrajit International Airport plans to earn the Griha 4-star rating, highlighting its commitment to sustainability and modern infrastructure. The expansion work is expected to provide a major boost to the region's connectivity, with facilities that are geared to meet international aviation standards. In a statement, MP Dr. Bimola Koijam expressed his optimism for the project, noting that the expansion will be an essential step towards promoting tourism and trade in the state. In 2023, during a session in the Rajya Sabha, Manipur's MP Leisem Basanajauber raised a question regarding the completion timeline of the airport's modernization. In response, the then Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Jyotir Aditya Scindia, informed the House that the upgraded airport is expected to be completed by 2025. Amidst President's rule in Manipur, the indefinite shutdown called by the Kuki-Jo Council has begun in Kangpokpi and Churachandpur districts, with protesters staging aggressive roadblocks and disrupting movement. Enraged by Union Home Minister Amit Shah's decision to impose free movement of passengers' vehicle, demonstrators have barricaded major roads with stones, burning tires and other objects, creating tense standoffs with security forces. In Churachandpur, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum (ITLF) is leading the shutdown, while in Kangpokpi, the Committee on Tribal Unity (KOTU) is enforcing the protests. Protesters have warned that the agitation will intensify if the demands are ignored. With roads blocked, transport paralyzed and businesses shut, the situation remains volatile as security forces monitor the escalating unrest. At least 27 security personnel sustained injuries, including 2 in critical condition after a violent clash with attackers along the Imphal-Kangpokpi-Senapati route yesterday. The clash erupted when an MST Manipur State Transport bus operating under security escort was attacked by a mob at Gamgifai in Kangpokpi district. Amidst heavy stone pelting, the use of catapults, and gunfire from armed miscreants, security forces retaliated, leading to 16 protesters being injured and 1 fatality. The situation escalated as protesters, including women and children, set up roadblocks along the national highway using felled trees, large stones, and burning tires to obstruct movement. Security forces exercising restraint deployed tear gas and minimal force to disperse the mob. However, as firing reportedly came from among the protesters, security personnel were compelled to respond. Additionally, 2 security force vehicles were torched by the protesters. On the other hand, the Manipur police has refuted claims made by the Kuki-Jo Council and the Kuki Students Organization, which alleged that security forces were escorting local protesters. They have dismissed their statements as baseless and false. The incident comes amid the government's initiative to restore normalcy by resuming MST bus services under security escort. While transport along the Imphal-Bishnupur, Churachandpur and Churachandpur-Bishnupur-Imphal routes proceeded without disruption, the unrest in Kangpokpi highlights the ongoing volatility in the region. After a Mahindra pickup truck plunged into a deep gorge in Boy village of Ukhrul district yesterday, at least 4 passengers of the ill-fated truck lost their lives, including the driver. The ill-fated vehicle with 10 passengers lost control and fell into the gorge, and the Assam Rifles with a medical unit rushed to the spot immediately and saved the other 6 injured from the spot by evacuating them and providing first aid treatment at the spot. Despite the challenging terrain, the Assam Rifles team worked tirelessly to extricate the victims from the wreckage and provide critical medical assistance. T.H. Manihar, the president of the Federation of Civil Society Organizations, FOX, has tendered his resignation, taking moral responsibility for a statement he made regarding the ownership of Manipur. Manihar had earlier claimed that the state belonged to the Meitei and Naga communities, failing to properly acknowledge other indigenous groups, particularly the Meitei Pangal community. In his resignation, Manihar expressed regret, acknowledging that his words had deeply offended many, especially members of the Meitei Pangal community, due to omission. He emphasized that his intention was never to hurt any community, but he recognized that the statement had caused significant sentiment hurt. Despite stepping down, Manihar confirmed his continued support for the activities of FOX, especially in promoting peaceful coexistence among the ethnic communities of Manipur and working towards peace in the state. He affirmed that he remains committed to the organization's mission and will continue to support its efforts. In a series of intensified operations across Manipur, security forces recovered a significant cache of arms, ammunition and explosives from multiple districts yesterday. In Kakching district, raids in Sekmaijin, Hangul led to the seizure of an SMG carbine, rifles, grenades, ammunition, a walkie-talkie, tear gas shells, and a bulletproof helmet. Meanwhile, in Ukhrul district, security personnel recovered country-made mortars, bombs, shell casing, a Baofeng radio, a telescopic sight, and Cortex wire from Thawai Kuki village, where 2 illegal bunkers were also destroyed. In Jiribam district, authorities confiscated pump-action shotguns, live cartridges, bulletproof jackets, helmets, and communication devices from Bidyanagar, while in Imphal East, a raid in Chingkhaiching resulted in the seizure of INSAS rifle magazines, ammunition, grenades, detonators, and RPG shell and suspected explosives. A Mazar hole in Technopole district at Senam saw the recovery of INSAS and 9mm carbines, locally made pistols, improvised mortars, live rounds, grenades, and 2 tube launchers. Security forces have vowed to continue these operations to curb illegal arms proliferation and maintain stability in the region. With Manipur under President's rule, security forces have intensified operations against insurgent groups, leading to the arrest of 2 active militants from different parts of the state. Yesterday, Manipur police apprehended Lamabam Bidyasagar Singh, also known as Ibungo or Laingakpa, an active cadre of the NRFM from Dulalan under Imphal Police Station, Imphal West District. A mobile handset was recovered from his possession. A day earlier, another operation in Lamjau Makhalaikai, Kaching District, led to the arrest of Chongtham Sanatom Bamaitay, age 46, an active member of the KCP Taibanganba faction. Security forces also seized a mobile phone during the operation. Authorities have reaffirmed their commitment to maintaining law and order, with further crackdowns expected in the coming days to dismantle insurgent networks in the state. In a continued crackdown on drug trafficking, security forces apprehended Farida Begum, age 37, from Phogakchau, Awang Laikai, near Ibudao Thangjing Temple along National Highway 2. During the operation, authorities recovered 10 shop cases containing approximately 127 grams of suspected heroin powder from her possession. The arrest is part of intensified efforts to curb drug smuggling in the region, with officials stating that further investigations are underway to trace the network behind the illicit trade. A joint operation by Assam Rifles and Mizoram Police led to the recovery of a large consignment of heroin number 4 worth 3.69 crore rupees in Champhai District, Mizoram. The seizure took place in the general area of World Bank Road, Wamkau, Lui Jokwathar, located in the eastern part of the state. The authorities recovered a total of 408 grams of heroin number 4 from the possession of Lalchan Dama, a resident of Jokwathar. The drug was being smuggled through the region, and the arrest of the suspect was made during the operation. Lalchan Dama was promptly arrested and is currently in the custody of law enforcement agencies for further investigation. Belgian national Simon Clement, a journalist with MO News Agency, was arrested at Lengpui Airport after being found in possession of 2 live rounds of ammunition. The nature of the ammunition has not yet been disclosed. A case has been registered against Clement under Section 25(1)(b) of the Arms Act at Sairang Police Station. He was produced before a magistrate at the High Court and later taken to Aizhol Police Station for further interrogation. Authorities are investigating the motive behind Clement's visit to Mizoram and why he was carrying ammunition. His case remains under scrutiny, and he was brought before the court again yesterday as part of the ongoing legal proceedings. More than 1,000 people, including 745 civilians, were killed in the 2 days of clashes between Syrian security forces and fighters loyal to the former Assad regime and ensuing revenge killings, a war monitor has said. One of the highest death tolls in Syria since 2011. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, a UK-based monitor, said 745 civilians were killed, mostly execution-style, while 125 Syrian security forces and 148 Assad loyalists were killed. Death tolls from the 2 days of fighting have varied widely, with some estimates putting the final death toll even higher. Fighting began after fighters loyal to the ousted Assad regime ambushed security forces in Jabaleh, in the coastal Latakia province. The wide-ranging coordinated assault was the biggest challenge to the country's Islamist authorities so far and came 3 months after opposition fighters led by Islamist rebel group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham toppled the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. Dhaka University students have issued a 24-hour ultimatum demanding capital punishment for rapists. Protesting the recent incidents of rape, they held a 2-hour sit-in before the Raju Memorial Sculpture on the campus at midnight on Saturday and returned their respective homes after announcing the ultimatum. The anti-discrimination student movement declared that the interim government must ensure justice in the incidents of rape in the next 24 hours, and in failure to fulfill the demand, the Home Affairs advisor must resign. Earlier, students from Gabi Sufia Kamal Hall brought out a march around 12 a.m. protesting recent rape incidents across the country. Students of Dr. Muhammad Shahidullah Hall joined the march and it moved towards the Raju sculpture. Meanwhile, similar marches came out from other residential halls and joined the protest before the Raju Memorial Sculpture. During the demonstration, students chanted various slogans, including demand for capital punishment of the rapists and call for boycotting them. The students said they want to see a fair and speedy investigation into recent rape cases and the capital punishment for perpetrators. They particularly demanded justice for the 8-year-old rape victim in Magura. There was also a torch procession by the students of Ruyak Hall around 7 p.m. with the same demand. The procession marched through the VC charter on the campus before returning to the Ruyak Hall. Later, the Bangladesh Democratic Students' Council staged a demonstration before the Raju sculpture around 8 p.m. Before we end, the headlines once again. Bir-Tikendraji International Airport expansion nears completions as MP Dr. Bimola Koijam inspects ongoing developments aimed at international standards. Aggressive protest erupts amid President's rule in Kokijo-dominated districts as council calls indefinite shutdown. "27 security personnel injured in violent clash along Imphal-Kangpopi route, while Manipur police dismissed claims of escorting protesters. And over 1,000 killed in 2 days during intense clashes between Syrian security forces and Assad loyalists. Before we end the headlines, that's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching IS News.